Hello, fairgoers. This is Hank Ambrose with you at the 2024 Dickinson County Fair. We are at the Indoor Show Arena. Come out right before we get started at 8 a.m. this morning. We will be with you until about 11 o'clock, give or take, as they will be presenting the Sheep, Goat, Clover Kids Show, which we are going to be out here in attendance for all throughout the day. Cannot wait to bring you all of the coverage. Now, we are going to have audio going. We did have some audio issues. Hopefully that goes a little bit better today. We'll be checking it just a little bit to make sure. And, we will be with you all throughout, showing video of all of the attendees and exhibitors showcasing their animals, a part of the 2024 Dickinson County Fair Sheep, Goat, Clover Kids Show. That is all today from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And don't forget, not only are we on YouTube, but we are also on Explore Live Video. That's at exploreokoboji.com. If you bring your cursor over to the Sports tab and then click on that top live stream link, then it'll take you straight to video right there. That's exploreokoboji.com. Hank Ambrose with you. We are going to continue to have our coverage here, and I will check back in with you in just a few minutes, right before we get started once more at the 2024 Dickinson County Fair. And ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, we are soon to begin the 2024 Dickinson County Fair for the Sheep, Goat, Clover Kids Show coming up in just a little bit. The sheep are first, as you can see them on your screen now. I'm Hank Ambrose with you. No commentary from me today, but I will be producing the live stream on YouTube at Explore Okoboji and at exploreokoboji.com under the live stream link, which also is under the sports tab. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. I'll keep the audio going and enjoy yourself. The 2024 Dickinson County Fair with this live stream being brought to you today by Premier Communications. Thank you.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Dickinson County Fair this nice Monday morning. Just letting you know kind of the schedule of events for this morning. They're bringing sheep in for the feedlot lamb project. So we'll have the sheep show here first, coming up here soon. There will be a break in between the sheep and the goat show where the Clover kids will come out with their sheep and or goats, and then the goat show will start around 10 o'clock later this morning. So again, welcome, and we're just getting started here with the feedlot lamb project, and soon after that we'll get going with the regular show. Dickinson County Fair. We're just getting started with our sheep show program here this morning. We're getting started with the Feedlot Lamb Project. I'm just going to let you know who's all in this class. Looks like there's 20 entries. Miley Wagey with the Silver Lakers. Mackenzie Hebner with Groom and Bloom. Austin Lortz with the Silver Lakers. Landon Twayton with the Milford Pioneers. And looks like Miley has a second set of feedlot lamb sheep. So again, just getting started with the feedlot project. Once we get done with this, we'll move on to our open classes there at Whiteface. We got one lamb in that class. We've got several lambs in the Speckleface, and then I believe 4 classes within the lead lamb blackface class. While they're just getting started with the judging here, I want to introduce our judge this year, Zach Post, who was our judge last year as well. Zach hails from Lakefield, Minnesota, not too far from here to the north. He is a part of a family farm there where they do row crop, and they have a Simmental cow-calf herd. He also does some crop insurance adjusting as well as judging throughout the summer. He's got quite a long judging career here. He was judging during 4-H and FFA during high school, and then went to Casper College in Wyoming where he did a lot of judging there. Transferred to South Dakota State in Brookings and was a part of the team judging there, and he has been judging ever since. So he has a wife and 4-year-old twins. So thank you, Zach, for coming here again and helping us out with this year's sheep and goat show.
beautiful morning for a livestock show, and I think we've got a phenomenal set of individuals out here in the feedlot division. Just having conversation with these kids about their projects and what they've done up to this point, some things they've learned or some things they want to change moving forward, or some advice they'd give another young person. And then talking with these fine individuals, I think get to learn and feel that these kids have gained a lot of knowledge from this program in this particular division. I heard a lot of things about keeping records and how important that is, and maybe that was the challenge or that was the fun part, and that's really important as we set these people up for the future, whether they're staying in the agriculture field or going elsewhere. You know, just that record keeping and the attention to detail, I think will really serve them well. You know, all four of these did a great job. Today I just get to select a champion in reserve based off of just kind of their projects and more importantly just their knowledge and what they've shared with me and how they communicated it and presented themselves. So let's give these exhibitors a round of applause, and I'll take the hand to the champion and then the reserve. Thank you.
Congratulations, Landon Twayton, on the first place within this class here, and second place was Miley Wagey. So first place within the Feedlot Land Project was Landon Twayton, and second was Miley Wagey. We've got one entry in our white-faced Market Lead Lamb. That's Lennon Umshide, and Lennon Umshide will be heading out in the ring here in just a second. And as I said earlier, it looks like we've got one class here in the white face, we've got one class in the speckle face, and then we'll be moving on to several classes in the black face. morning again, and welcome to the Dickinson County Fair. Just to go through today's activities, just getting started here with the sheep show. And as a reminder that for Clover kids, young future 4-Hers, that they will be showing in between the sheep and the goat show. Goat show should be starting around 10 o'clock here this morning. The exhibit building's open at 11 o'clock, so please head on over there. They'll be open from 11 until 7 p.m. tonight. Check out all the static exhibits that the kids did for this year's fair. At 4:30 p.m. today is the Fashion and Communication Showcase. And please come back for supper tonight. The beef producers will be fixing up some beef burgers from 5 to 7 o'clock tonight. And concluding that, at 7 o'clock will be the pie and the bucket of junk auction. So please come and lend your support to that. The pie auction does support all our area 4-H clubs as well as the 4-H council. So it's a great fundraiser, again, for the local 4-H clubs and the 4-H council. So that's 7 o'clock tonight after the beef producers dinner. So 7 o'clock tonight for the pie auction and bucket of junk.
Just a single entry in the white face division, but one that I think can withstand some competition. Really like how wide and bold this weather is. One that's real powerful. Takes a nice turn down through his lower leg there. Like I said, one that can withstand some competition out here. High quality individual. Let's put our hands together for that young lady too.
All right, well done, Lennon. Lennon's with the Milford Pioneer 4-H Club, and that is our only entry in the white face market lead lamb. Coming out in the ring now, we have our market lead lamb speckle face. We have got 5 entries in the speckle face division here. On the ring first is Jennifer Resch, Sullivan Radcliffe, Win Otto, Austin Lords. Jennifer's got somebody showing her second sheep. Again, this is our speckle face division. That's Jennifer Resch. She's got 2 sheep out here this morning. She's with the Lakers. Sullivan Ratcliffe with Groom and Bloom. Win Otto with Groom and Bloom. And Austin Lortz with the Silver Lakers.
think we've got a high quality class here, especially up top in our top two weathers. I think really exemplify quality, but they're different in their type and kind of. And the one I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to, I think just has a slight edge when you study how they're built from the profile. I think that's the ultra tall fronted one, really tucked up in his chest floor. I think one that's really highly presented, gets set up right out here. I think he really gives you a cool look. Now maybe when you get comparative, he isn't just as bold and as fresh down his top side like the sheep that comes in second. This one squares up really good right behind his rack. I think he maintains one of the levelest, the fullest and squarest loin. We kick him to the profile, and at times maybe just reads to be a nickel rounder out of his shoulder, a little rounder out of his hip, and sometimes he doesn't quite get out there and show off as much as our class winner, but really a high quality, fresh handling sheep to come in second. The one that comes in third, full of power, a wide-chested, bold-bodied type of sheep, square out of his hip. When you get your hands on him, the one's just not as fresh and full over the center portions of his loin. Maybe just get the nickel piecier out here when compared to those top two. The sheep that comes in fourth here, another one that's got muscle shape and expression. Not concerned about that at all. But when we study them from a balance perspective, I think that one and the sheep following them just kind of fall out a little bit. They get nickel deeper in their chest in relation to their flank. We could just balance them up a little bit from the profile. Really like the muscle shape and expression that those two bring to the table.
All right, that was our Market Lead Lamb Speckle Face class, and in first place was Sullivan Radcliffe. Second was Austin Lortz. Third, Win Auto, and Jennifer Resch followed that class up there. And that was Cale Tip showing Jennifer's second sheep there. So let's give Sullivan Radcliffe a hand for the first place Speckle Face Lamb. We'll be now moving into our first of 4 black face classes. Looks like we've got 5 entries in this class. The lightweight black face division here. We've got Michael Gonerman with Milford Pioneers. He's got 2 sheep in this class, 3 sheep in this class. Sophia Lorch with the Silver Lakers, and Avery Smith with Groom and Bloom. Again, this is our lightweight division, market lead black face. We've got Michael Gonerman with 3 sheep, Sophia Lorch, and Avery Smith. Again, we've got 5 entries in this class. Michael Goner went with the first three. That's Mallory Lortz and Kate Cholerman helping him out, along with Sophia Lorch and Avery Smith. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we've got the Beef Buddies starting the morning off. At 8:30, the beef show gets started. Okoboji FFA is going to be serving up a lunch from 11 to 1 tomorrow. Again, the exhibit building is open every day from 11 to 7 p.m. That's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the community building. Please come out and take a look at all the static exhibits that 4-Hers have put together this year. Tuesday night, again, 5 to 7, the pork producers are going to be serving up a dinner. Again, that's Tuesday night from 5 to 7, pork producers. And the Farm Chore Olympics at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. That's always a fun event, and that's in the outdoor arena. So come check out the Farm Chore Olympics, and I believe they're probably accepting teams. So if you want to be involved in that, get your team together and come join the fun with the Farm Chore Olympics. That's tomorrow night at 7. Wednesday morning, things get started with the swine show at 8 a.m. At 2 o'clock, we have our overall showmanship contest here in the indoor arena, and that's from 2 to 4 p.m. on Wednesday. The fair awards start at 5:30, and the Youth Council Pizza fundraisers at 6 p.m. Thursday morning, as usual, the pancake breakfast here in the indoor arena starts at 6:30. The livestock sale starts at 8 a.m.
We've got to really handle to start with. This sheep is just kind of my kind of what I'm looking for in terms of build and balance from the side. One that's still fresh when you get your hands on them and feel this muscle shape, highly presented. Whether goes ahead and wins is pretty easy in my mind. The sheep that comes in second, I think, is one that kind of grew on me. The longer they're out here, it doesn't necessarily stand out particularly in any one category. The sheep that's also kind of hard to pick a big hole in. I think he's just functional and fundamental in how he puts together some width and some muscle and some balance. Congratulations to that young man. The sheep that comes in third in the blue sheep, maybe one of the lighter weight, smaller framed ones out here, but one that I really value in terms of the body shape that sheep has. He's really round in his forerib and in his rib cage. And I think that allows him to lay some width and shape and mass down in his top side. You know, really expressively heavy muscled sheep. Just giving up some power and some of the extras in terms of balance and how he blends that all together from the side to move up higher today. A big-bodied, production, performance-oriented sheep that comes out next. Love his width, love his muscle. At times he maybe gets a nickel weaker right behind his shoulder, kind of ducks his pins and gets up under himself when we set him into motion. I think we just level that sheep out, make him just blend a little bit smoother. We really move him up higher. Similar story for the sheep that rounds out the class. You know, in terms of width and muscle, the guy doesn't lack any, but when we study him from the side, he gets a little bolder and coarser about his shoulder. A sheep that gets a little bit rounder, more excessive in the set to his hind legs as he gets out here and tracks around the ring.
So the results in our lightweight blackface, first division there was Avery Smith with our champion. Avery Smith with Groom and Bloom with our champion blackface. Reserve champion Michael Gonnerman with the Milford Pioneers. He had a second and third place lamb in that class. Fourth place lamb was Sophia Lorch, and rounding out the class was Michael Gonnerman with his third sheep there in that class. So let's give Avery Smith a hand for our lightweight champion blackface. All right, our second of 4 classes with our blackface. We've got 8 exhibitors, or 8 lambs in this second class. Lainey Lorch with the Silver Lakers, Jennifer Resch with the Spirit Lakers, Taylor Unwin with the Groom and Bloom, Eva Nelson with Groom and Bloom. Eva's got a second sheep in this class. Eli Umscheid with Milford Pioneers, and Avery Smith has 2 lambs, 2 sheep in this class as well. Again, if you're just joining us, we're in the second class of our market lead lamb blackface, second class. And again, in the show ring is Lainey Lorch, Jennifer Resch, Taylor Tunglin, Eva Nelson with 2 lambs, Eli Umscheid, and Avery Smith has 2 lambs as well.
kind of showed herself into first out here and getting that sheep stuck right, giving me a good look on him. I think that's a sheep that's presented well. I think that one's balances and proportions from the side. Get your hands on plenty fresh enough, plenty dimension enough for me. Plus she does a great job of getting them showed out here. The sheep that comes in the second, I like a lot of pieces of this wether. I think he's good in terms of his muscle shape. One that's got some body. He kind of runs uphill. He's highly presented out here. At times, maybe he just doesn't quite get completely stuck and level out of his hip and maybe showing off his front end as much as we maybe like to. We just lengthen and level out that hip. Really give our class winner a run for their money there. The sheep that comes in third, one of my favorites in terms of handle. Big monster top on that sheep, really expressively muscle shape. At times, just doesn't maybe blend it as smoothly as together as our class winners when you study them from the side. At times you can get a little bit piecey, but really in terms of muscle shape and handling quality, love a lot of things about that wether. The two sheep that come next, honestly, are pretty similar in the type and kind, in my opinion. The sheep that are very expressive, very heavy muscle. We just like to maybe get a nickel finish on them just to kind of smoothen them out and blend that all together. Both of them just get a nickel piecey in how they put things together from the profile. I think their better days are ahead of them. We just push the feet on them a little bit, smoothing them out. The sheep that comes out next, one that I like some pieces of, this guy, I think the front third of him, you really find some value in terms of being tall-fronted, neat about his chest floor. He just gets a little bit outpowered out here. A sheep that maybe at times gets a nickel piecey too from the side. Just give him a shot more balance all the way through. He can move up higher today. Big, powerful sheep that comes in next. Your width and muscle, certainly not the issue. We just like to smoothen him up and make him a little prettier up through his front end. He got a nickel more shoulder. He's really fighting the young lady, trying to get him stuck from this side, and he wasn't pulling together and showing himself off as much either. The sheep that rounds out the class, I really love just the feet ability that this guy has. For me, I'd maybe like to tuck him up in his rib cage there, just make him a shot more youthful and kind of showing trendy how he puts together his power. But one, you certainly appreciate the width and muscle.
All right, let's give Taylor Tunlin a hand with our champion blackface lamb here this morning. So that's our second class. That's Taylor Tunlin with our champion lamb. Second place was Eva Nelson, reserve champion Eva Nelson. And third was Avery Smith. Third and fourth was Avery Smith. And then rounding out the class was Eva Nelson, Eli Umscheid, Jennifer Resch, and Lainey Lorch. Sounds like that was a solid class there according to our judge. So again, that's our second class. Moving into our third class, blackface. Our third of four classes in our blackface division here. Emerson Smith with Groom and Bloom. Cade Dodge with Okoboji FFA. Emerson has the second lamb here in this class. Again, that's Emerson Smith. Austin Lorch with Silver Lakers and Jennifer Resch with the Spirit Lakers. Again, this is our third of four classes in our Market Lead Lamb Blackface division. Again, out in the show ring is Emerson Smith. She's got two lambs in this class. Cade Austin Lortz, the Silver Lakers, and Jennifer Resch with the Spirit Lakers. If you're just joining us, I'm going to introduce our judge again this morning. His name is Zach Post. And Zach hails from Lakefield, Minnesota, where he's a part of his family farm there. They've got a row crop and a Semitol cow-calf operation there up in Minnesota. He also does some crop insurance adjusting alongside with judging sheep and goats and as well as many other things. He's been a 4-H and FFA judge over the years. He went to Casper College in Wyoming and then transferred to South Dakota State University out of Brookings. Was involved in team judging there. He has a wife and 4-year-old twins. So thanks again, Zach, for coming here and helping us out here at the Dickinson County Fair with our sheep and goat shows today. Go ahead and mention our fair sponsors for this year. We've got a lot of them, but I do want to mention several businesses and community members that help out with the fair with their generous donations. So big thank you to our 2024 fair sponsors. We got Baumgars, Dickinson County Fairgrounds Committee there, United Community Bank, Spencer Ag Center, CFE, Okoboji Motor Company, Bank Midwest, Big Game, the State Bank, Premier Communications, the Dickinson County Farm Bureau, Northwest Bank, the Spirit Lake Chamber, Farmer Savings Bank, Pro Cooperative, Iowa Cattlemen's Association, the Spirit Lake Chamber, the Farm Credit Services of America, and additional donors and project area sponsors, Northwest Seed, Mendel Wernemont family, and E.B. Charlotte.
Got an easy class winner out here. One that I think, in terms of look and design from the side, is one that I really tie to. I love how he's up fronted and he tucked up in his chest. So one that really gets progressively deeper back to his rear flank there. Big top, big hip. My kind of sheep to go ahead and lead off with. The sheep that comes in next, I really like the muscle and the handle this sheep has. At times, he maybe struggles to just get set up for that young leg and really show off. But I think in terms of muscle shape and still having some look and design from the side, he suits me second best. The sheep that comes in third, if we could just drop him down in his flank, I think one that you could really find some value in. He squares up with a lot of rack shape right behind his shoulder. He gets a little bit piecier over loin, and like I said, we just drop him down in his flank to kind of balance up that chest floor. I really like a lot of pieces about that sheep. I think his better days are ahead of him. Blue sheep that comes in next, I mean, if you're after power and just raw mass, this guy's got a lot of good to him. Unfortunately, just maybe doesn't quite fit my mold for what I'm after today, with just being a little bit cooler, neater looking sheep there, a little bit tucked up in the rib cage. But I commend that young lady. She's done a phenomenal job with that sheep in terms of freshness to handle. He's big, bold, powerful. It's maybe not as pretty as I'm after for today. Same story for the sheep that rounds out the class. Really a powerful, dimensional made one. Just needs a little bit of the show ring extras and coolness look to move up higher today for me. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
All right, we've got all blues again. Let's give a hand to Kate Dodge with our champion class blackface here in our third division. So that's Kate Dodge. The champion is reserve champion Emerson Smith. Third place, Emerson Smith. And rounding out the class was Jennifer Resch and Austin Lords. All right, we've got our heavyweights coming out here. This is our fourth final class in our Market Leadland Blackface. And out in the show ring is Sullivan Radcliffe with Groom and Bloom, Elsie Otto with Groom and Bloom, Taylor Tunlin, Groom and Bloom. Elsie has a second lamb here in this class, as does Sullivan. So we've got Sullivan Radcliffe with 2 lambs in this class, Elsie Otto with 2 lambs, and Taylor Tunlin. Again, this is our heavyweight blackface show class. Once we're done with this this fourth class here in our blackface, we'll crown our overall blackface champion, and then we'll bring out our whiteface, speckleface, and crown an overall champion lead lamb overall. So again, this is our fourth class of our blackface. Today's activities. Right after the sheep show, we'll have our Clover kids come out. These are our future 4-H'ers, those that are not quite old enough to join 4-H. They'll be coming out and showing a sheep or a goat. Our goat show will follow that. The exhibit building again opens at 11 a.m. this morning, and that's open until 7 o'clock. That's 11 to 7 every day here at the exhibit building. Please stroll through there and check out all the static exhibits that our 4-H'ers and FFA kids have put together. At 4:30 is our fashion and communication showcase. That's at 4:30 p.m. today. And the beef producers at 5 to 7 tonight will be cooking up some burgers for us. So please come out and support the fair by eating supper here tonight with the beef producers. Again, that's 5 to 7 tonight. And immediately following that will be our pie auction and our bucket of junk. Just want to remind you that pie auction is a fundraiser for our 4-H clubs, all the 4-H clubs, and the 4-H council. So that's a great fundraiser. Please come out and support 4-H through your bidding on pies and bucket of junk. So that's 7 o'clock tonight.
No, I think our class winner just looks the part out here. One that's highly presented, but still love how tall fronted this sheep is, level in his design. Still good in terms of his muscle shape for me to go ahead and win a high quality individual. Sheep that comes in second, I think does so in terms of handle over the remaining sheep. One that's a little bit squarer and fresher right behind his shoulder. Transitions the same back over his loin. Really muscular sheep. Just gives up some of those show ring extras we find in our class winner. The blue sheep that comes next, I like some pieces of this sheep. I think one that's got some coolness in terms of how his neck comes out of his shoulder. Pretty tall fronted sheep. Unfortunately, when you get right up on top of him, I think he just gets rounder to his edges. I wish that sheep was just squarer or fuller down his top side. But one that in terms of build and design, I like some things about. Powerful made sheep that comes in next. As wide-bodied and dimensional as any of them out here. He's just a little bit more mature in terms of his chest floor and his rib cage for me. If we could just tuck him up there, give him a little bit more youthful, cool look to him. One that you really appreciate the added power. The sheep that rounds out the class probably has an advantage in terms of shutability over the one right ahead of him. For me, though, when we kick him to the side, the sheep, just fighting the young lady a little bit, just not setting up quite as neat. Just like to see that one blend smoother from front to rear to move up higher today. Congratulations.
All right, that's Taylor Tunglin with our heavyweight black-faced champion there. Taylor Tunglin, let's give him a hand there. And second reserve champion is Sullivan Radcliffe. Rounding out the class is Elsie Otto with her 2 sheep. Sullivan Radcliffe as well. So again, that's our 4th class. We'll be now bringing out the champion and reserve champion of each of the 4 classes. So the lightweight champion, first and second was Avery Smith and Michael Gonnerman. That'll be blackface. That's the lightweight, Avery Smith and Michael Gonnerman. Our second class, show class in blackface, was Taylor Tunglin and Eva Nelson. Our third class was Cade Dodge and Emerson Smith. And our heavyweight was Taylor Tunglin and Sullivan Radcliffe. Lightweight class was Avery Smith, champion, reserve champion Michael Gonnerman. So the lightweight class is Avery and Michael. The second class is Taylor Tunglin and Eva Nelson. The third class, blackface, Cade Dodge and Emerson Smith. And the fourth, the heavyweight class, was Taylor Tunglin and Sullivan Radcliffe. Again, the judge will be selecting an overall blackface champion, and then we'll bring out the whiteface and speckleface and crown an overall lead lamb champion.
put our hands together for these exhibitors out here. I really think we got a high quality lineup going for blackface division. All these sheep are pretty good in terms of their design and ones that have some muscle shape and some handle. These kids do a good job of getting them stuck and showed off. I think it kind of comes down between two sheep in my mind, and they're both kind of different and almost contrasting their type and kind in terms of relation of power and muscle shape versus some look and design. And so I think it makes it a little bit challenging when you've got some quality, but they're good for different reasons. I'll go ahead and select the two that suit me best in the blackface division. Again, let's put our hands together one more time for these individuals.
Give Cade Dodge a hand and Taylor Tunglen. Cade with our champion overall blackface, and Taylor Tunglen with our reserve champion. Great job there. Looking a well-rounded class. All right, so we've got Cade and Taylor still out on the show ring, and joining them is Lennon Umscheid with our whiteface lamb, as well as Sullivan Radcliffe and Austin Lords with our speckle face lambs. So that's Lennon Umscheid with our white face, Sullivan Radcliffe and Austin Lords with our speckle face, and Cade Dodge and Taylor Tunglen with our black face lambs.
We've got these individuals out here vying for the champion market lamb. And you know, I think we've had some quality there in the white face and the speckled face divisions. Each of them sheep do some things really good for the divisions they represent. You know, in the black face division, we had two really quality sheep that were pushing each other hard. And I won't waste any more time. Those will be your champion reserve. Congratulations.
That's Cade Dodge and Taylor Tunglen with our overall champion lead lamb. So give them a hand again. All right, we've got our market pen of 3 class. It looks like we've got one class, pen of 3. I think we've got 18 entries here. While they're getting those ready, we probably should bring over our Dickinson County Fair Queen, Kelsey Arrett. Let's give her a hand. All right. Kelsey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Kelsey. My parents are Brandon and Lynette Arrett. I live in Lake Park, and I'm going to be a senior at Harris Lake Park this year. I'm a part of the dance team at high school rodeo for the school. I show horses and beef cattle.
All right. Well, tell us what you're excited most about representing Dickinson County at the Iowa State Fair.
I'm really excited to head down to the state fair this year, meet a whole bunch of new girls, and also spend time with one of my friends from Osceola County who won, and just really enjoy that experience.
I was a part of the judging, and what I thought was really cool about all three of our candidates this year, when asked what they thought was special about Dickinson County, they all gave the same answer, and I'll let Kelsey tell you what that is.
I really enjoy Dickinson County because the people here are just so great. Everyone's willing to help everyone, and you can ask anybody and they're willing to lend a hand, whether it be the beef barn, horse barn, pig barn, anywhere. Everyone will help you out.
All right, well, let's give Kelsey a hand and wish her the best of luck down at the Iowa State Fair. So, great job, and we're excited to have you represent us. So, all right, we also have Kenley Warburton, our little Miss Dickinson County. Kenley, why don't you tell us about yourself?
My name is Kinley, and my dad and mom is Jesse and Mike Warburton. I am going into 4th grade this year, and that's all I can really do.
Now, what do you show at the fair? What are you most excited about getting involved with?
I'm showing a beef buddy for the fair, and I'm most excited to walk in the arena and just like walk around and follow other calves.
All right, let's give her a hand as well. Got it coming out now. Again, this is our pen of 3. We've got one class here with our pen of 3. We've got Elsie Otto with Broom and Bloom, Eva Nelson with Broom and Bloom, Michael Gonnerman with the Milford Pioneers, Lainey Lorch with Silver Lakers, Avery Smith with Broom and Bloom, and Emerson Smith with Broom and Bloom. Again, this is our pen of 3 blackface class. This is our only class here with our pen of 3. An announcement for all the exhibitors here today. CFE does have a table in the back there on the south side of our arena here with some cool stuff sitting out there. So exhibitors, please help yourself. There's some neat things that CFE has for you to pick up. So again, on the south side of our arena here is a table. So thank you to CFE for providing some handouts for our exhibitors. Again, this is our pen of 3, our only class here with our blackface pen of 3, and out in the showroom is Elsie Otto, Eva Nelson, Lainey Lorch, Avery Smith, and Emerson Smith.
These pen of 3 shows, it's always kind of fun to sort through and judge them. You know, not only do we look for similarities and consistency top to bottom, but quality is just really important to me all the way as well. And as you study these groups out here, I think they've done a nice job on both fronts, having some good sheep, and then also ones that are consistent in their type and kind. And it kind of makes it challenging. Obviously, you got a lot of differences out here from pen to pen, but I think you just go and settle on the ones where I think combine that have the highest degree of quality and consistency combined together. I'll go ahead and select your champion and reserve kind of threes, and then we'll rank them from there down. So congratulations to these exhibitors.
So our champion pen of 3 was Elsie Otto with Groom and Bloom, and our reserve champion was Eva Nelson with Groom and Bloom. Let's give them a hand. All right, we've got our breeding lamb project is our next entry here. Breeding lamb project, we've got, I believe, 7 entries. And once we're done with that, we will move on to our showmanship. We've got 3 showmanship classes, our senior division, our junior division, and our novice division for showmanship. All right, so we've got our breeding lambs coming out. Jennifer Resch with Spirit Lakers. this is our breeding class. Again, a big thank you to our 2024 Dickinson County Fair sponsor. They are Vanguard, Dickinson County Fairgrounds, United Community Bank, Spencer Ag Center, CFE, Okoboji Motor Company, Bank Midwest, Big Gain, the State Bank, Premier Communications, Dickinson County Farm Bureau, Northwest Bank, Spirit Lake Chamber, Farmers Savings Bank, Pro Co-op, Iowa Cattlemen's Association, the Spirit Lake Chamber, Farm Credit Services, and EV Charlotte. Thank you to our 2024 fair sponsors.
Single class and the breeding you chose to consider this your champion lineup out here. We've got one that walks away with us pretty easy in my mind. Just a bold made sheep, really high quality in terms of the power and dimension that sheep has. Still thinks she proportions well enough from the profile for me to go ahead and win. The sheep that comes in second, I think has got a lot of pieces alike. I think even a bright future for this one. When you get on top of this sheep, I think is where she truly excels. Really pretty big and bold down her top side, really round about her rib cage. I think maybe with some time and maturity, we just soften her up in her flank a little bit. And I think really like a lot of things about that sheep. The sheep that comes in third, one that's got some shape and some expression. I think the one's tall front and neat about her chest floor. At times, she just gets a nickel piece in how she blends everything together in her top line. We just stouten her up high too, maybe like her even more. The blue sheep that comes in next is stouter up high in relation to the one directly ahead of her. Unfortunately, when we kick him to the side, she gets a little bit pinched in her hip joint junction, just like the square of her pin set a little bit going away to move her up higher. A really green made blue sheep that comes in next. You know, I think tall front and long neck. But with that, like I said, she's green and immature. One we just like to pull her apart, power up all the way through. Because sheep that's got some unique pieces. Different gear here in the sheep that comes in next. One that's smaller frame, smaller stature. Obviously it gives us a performance out here. Value the muscle shape that sheep has, and I really appreciate her from that standpoint. Just kind of gets outperformed and doesn't quite match with the length and the extension that we find ahead of her. Sheep that rounds out the class appears to maybe be suffering an injury on that rear left, but you know, if she doesn't do that, I think that's one that we can move up higher considerably. One they appreciate just the broodiness and the power that she brings to the table.
All right, that's Taylor Cunlin with our champion breeding lamb and Sullivan Radcliffe with our reserve. Let's give them a hand. Rounding out that class was Peyton Reverts, Elsie Otto, Eli Umscheid, Michael Gonderman, and Jennifer Resch. Showmanship. We've got three classes. We have our senior showmanship, junior showmanship, and then we have a novice division this year. We're starting with our senior showmanship. And we've got Taylor Cunlin with Groom and Bloom, Michael Gonderman with the Milford Pioneers, Jennifer Resch, Spirit Lakers, Sophia Roach, Silver Lakers, Cade Dodge with Okoboji FFA, Peyton Reverts with Groom and Bloom, and Sullivan Radcliffe with Groom and Bloom. Again, this is our senior showmanship division. Classes, we'll have our Clover kids come out. These are future 4-H'ers, those that are just below the age to enter 4-H. Again, Clover kids, so be ready for that. They'll be showing sheep and/or goats our showmanship here. Right after that, we'll get started with our goat show. The exhibit building again today opens at 11 a.m. It's open until 7 p.m. tonight. Fashion and Communication Showcase starts at 4:30 this afternoon. Again, that's our Fashion and Communication Showcase. Beef producers are serving up supper tonight, so beef producers tonight from 5 to 7. Please come out and enjoy a burger and supper here tonight. And immediately following that will be our pie auction. And again, the pie auction is a fundraiser for the 4-H clubs and 4-H council. So please come out and support our 4-H clubs by joining in with a pie auction and a bucket of junk auction. Again, that's 7 o'clock tonight, immediately following our beef producer dinner.
For senior showmen out here, I know it's a little bit after the fact, but I always encourage, or try to encourage the young kids that are showing sheep to kind of come ringside if they can when the seniors are out there and just maybe pick up on some of the pointers that some of those kids more experienced are doing and try and emulate those things in the show ring, because generally I think they've got a little bit more experience and do a really nice job. And I think the same could be said out here for a couple of these kids in our top spots. If you can take the things that they do and match them yourself, I think you'll find success in the showmanship division. And I won't be sort through these kids. We've got two that rise to the top pretty quick in my mind. First and foremost is they get their sheep set up correctly. They do it fast and efficiently. And something I think that even takes them to the next level compared to some other kids is they're always getting an effective brace on those sheep when I go into handle. And that's something that sometimes exhibitors struggle with, is just being able to have those sheep braced. And I think these individuals do a phenomenal job of it. Plus, they look comfortable, they look cool, calm and collected out here. I'll go and select your champion, your reserve, that walk away with a pretty easy mind, and we'll pick a third and a fourth. Congratulations to these exhibitors as we've gone through the sheep show this year compared to last year. I think the quality of the livestock has improved, and I think overall the quality of the showmanship has improved from last year. So I commend the exhibitors for that also. We'll get you a champion in reserve. Let's put our hands together for all these exhibitors, please.
Congratulations, Taylor. Taylor Tunlin was our senior showmanship champion there, so great job, Taylor. Second was Peyton Reeves at Cade Dodge, and Sullivan Radcliffe rounded out that senior showmanship there. So great job, all of you. And now we've got the junior sheep showmanship. Out in the ring, it looks like we have 5 entries for our juniors, and that's Avery. We've got 7. All right, so we've got Avery Smith, Laney Lorch, Lynn Otto, Elsie Otto, Ava Nelson, Emerson Smith, and Eli Umscheid. All right, so that's Avery Smith, Laney Lorch, Lynn Otto, Elsie Otto, Ava Nelson, Emerson Smith, and Eli Umscheid.
always helpful, I think, when you're judging showmanship, when you've kind of seen these kids showing all day long, and you know the ones that kind of stand out in your mind. And when we get into showmanship, it's more about just confirming those things instead of reinventing the wheel with a new set of kids out here. And so all these exhibitors, I think they do a great job of maintaining eye contact. They know how to get around the ring out here. They know where they're going and what they're doing. And the difference is, I think, a couple just maybe have a shot more poise in how they set themselves up and how they set their animals up and get them looking the part. You know, I think kind of the difference too from our champion out here, not only do they get their animals set up fast and efficiently and they look comfortable themselves, they do some of the little things like getting the ears up and maintaining and making sure that their animal's not stepping out of place, and if they do, they get them set right back into it. So commend all these exhibitors. I'll go get you a champion reserve in the top 4. Let's put our hands together for these kids, please.
All right, so that was Elsie Otto with our junior sheep showmanship champion. Congratulations, Elsie. Great job there. Our second place junior showmanship was Avery Smith. Third was Eli Umshai. And fourth, Laney Lorch. So great job, everyone, in our junior sheep showmanship class. Our last showmanship class is our novice division, and it's Austin Lortz and Lennon Umscheid out in the show ring. And these kids are it's their first year of showing, so that comprises the novice division there. It's their first year of showing sheep. And again, the show ring is Austin Lortz and Lennon Umscheid. I'd like to take some time again to thank our 2024 fair sponsors, and they are Baumgars, Dickinson County Fairgrounds, United Community Bank, Spencer Ag, CFE, Okoboji Motor Company, Bankman West, Big Game, the State Bank, Premier Communications, Dickinson County Farm Bureau, Northwest Bank, the Iowa Great Lakes Chamber, the Spirit Lake Chamber, Farmers Savings Bank, Pro Cooperative, Iowa Cattlemen's, Farm Credit Services, and EV Charlet. Before we conclude our full sheep portion of the show,
Really want to thank the ring staff and everyone at the announcers and the people handing out ribbons and everything. Let's put our hands together for them, please. Certainly makes my job a lot easier when they're keeping stuff moving and lining up classes ahead of time. And so their help today and making hopefully today's show an impactful one for these young people. As we get to our novice division out here, I think it's great to see some new kids getting into this project in their first year. Hopefully they stick with it. They say they are. But they're both young individuals that are doing a great job with some good eye contact. I love just kind of how calm and collected they are out here getting their animals set up. You can tell they put in time at home. Their livestock aren't running loose in the ring here away from them. And so that's just kind of the pivotal part, because obviously the work that they put in at home is going to serve them the characteristics that we're searching for in our young people far more than what it is just on show day. So I commend these kids for coming out here today and getting some reps. We're just like the champion in reserve. I think it's really close between both these kids, and I look forward to the future out here showing sheep in your county. Again, let's put our hands together for them, and we'll get the champion reserve.
Champion novice division, and Austin. So great job, Lennon and Austin, on novice sheep showmanship. All right, we'll be bringing our kids out now for our top 10 rate of gain. So our top 10 rate of gain with our sheep here. We'll end our sheep show. We'll move right into the Clover Kids Sheep and Goat Show. And then at 10:15, we'll start our goat show. So 10:15, we'll start our goat show.
ExploreOkoboji.com on YouTube and, well, at our website, ExploreOkoboji.com, listening to the live stream and watching it as well. Just wanted to confirm whether you got that picked up or not. 10:15 is the start time of the Goat Show. At 10:15, we will begin the Goat Show at the Indoor Arena here at the Dickinson County Fairgrounds, so make sure you stick around for that. It sounds like the Clover Kids are coming up in just a little bit, so stick around for that as well. In the meantime, we are in an intermission. One more time, 10:15 will be the start of the Goat Show, and in just a little bit, it sounds like the Clover Kids will be coming out. You are watching the live stream of the Dickinson County Fairgrounds Sheep, Goat, and Clover Kids Show.
top 10 rate of gain. I'll list them out and maybe they'll be coming out here in a second. We've got Landon Twayton. He was our first place at 1.15 pounds per day. So Landon Twayton, great job there. He had our first and second and fourth place lamb rate of gain. Miley Wagey was our third, fifth, sixth, seventh. And then Mackenzie Ebner, Austin Lortz, and Landon rounded out our rate of gain there. So great job with our rate of gain there. That was Landon Twayton, first and second. Miley Wagey, Landon Twayton there with fourth, and then Miley with our next three: Mackenzie Ebner, Austin Lortz, and Landon Twayton. All right, well done. All right, looks like we have our Clover kids. All right. We'll have them come out here one at a time, and I'll have them introduce themselves. All right, come on out. All right, these are our future 4-H'ers here. All right, what's your name?
Izzy,
All right, Izzy, what's your project name here?
Barbie,
We got Barbie here. All right, and how old are you?
8,
All right, head on down. Nice looking lamb there. All right, your name?
Riley,
Riley. How old are you?
9,
You're 9. And what's your goat's name?
Powder,
Powder. All right, great job. All right, what's your name?
Letty,
Letty. All right, how old are you?
6,
You're 6 years old. And what's your sheep's name?
10,
Ken. All right. Where's Barbie at? Oh, Barbie already came out here. All right, and what's your name?
Valerie,
Valerie. All right, how old are you?
6,
6 years old. And what's your goat's name?
Brownie,
Brownie. All right.
We've got the Clover buzz out here, and I think it's always so encouraging to see young people out here and getting involved not only in 4-H, but with livestock and the responsibilities and the things that they learn along the way in this project. So always encouraging to see young people coming out here and partaking in this project. I just asked them a couple questions about, maybe the favorite thing about their animal and also the most challenging thing. And kind of heard some similarities that, a lot of them were tame, but maybe the least favorite part was just kind of walking them, mostly because they could jump around, or, it's just a little bit of work to walk. And we asked my daughter that the same thing. She's not big on the walking part, but she's always there for the snacks. And hopefully we can make this a positive experience for these kids, and they have fun and can continue to build on that. So some of the hard things become easy, and they learn that valuable lesson in life. The more you put into something, typically the more you get out of it. So let's put our hands together as these kids exit the ring.
All right, we'll be taking a little break here. The goat show will start at 10:15. So a small break here, grab some refreshments, and we'll be back here at 10:15 to start the goat show.
And Hank Ambrose back with you. Just to confirm, 10:15 will be the start of the goat show. That's coming up at 10:15. We will continue to broadcast live here at Explore Live Video at exploreokoboji.com and on our YouTube channel at Explore Okoboji. You have been watching our presentation of the 2024 Dickinson County Fair, which continues today, and we will be with you tomorrow as well. The goat show coming up at 10:15.
And all champion and reserve champion sheep and goats go out to the backdrop for photos. All champion and reserve champion goats and sheep go to the backdrop for photos.
All right, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes with our goat show. It's going to start at 10:15 here this morning. We just finished up our sheep show. I had a great turnout. The kids did great. Showmanship went very well, and we're excited to get started here on the goat portion of the show here this morning. And again, that's going to start here at 10:15, and we'll be starting with the feedlot project again. So that'll start us off here this morning. So as soon as we finish up with the feedlot, looks like we've got 3 classes of altered male meat goat, and then there's 1 class of female meat goat. We got a breeding class and then showmanship. So it looks like breeding class, 1 female class, 3 altered male meat goat classes, and our feedlot. So we'll be starting here in just a few minutes.
ExploreOkoboji.com and YouTube Explore Okoboji. I'm Hank Ambrose with you. No commentary today for me today. However, I am producing the show out at the Dickinson County Fairgrounds in the indoor show arena. Earlier today, we had the sheep showing. Congratulations to all that partook in that and showing off all the different varieties of sheep. And we also recently saw the Clover kids. Coming up in just a few minutes, as just announced over the PA, will be the goat show coming up. And I did ask earlier, and that is projected to go about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. Just anyone wondering if they can still make it out today or not, I highly suggest you do. Come on out and support your local 4-H and other kids involved with other programs at the Dickinson County Fair. Again, coming up in just a few minutes is the goat show at the 2024 Dickinson County Fairgrounds.
Young man gets to come out here by himself and go through a little bit of an interview, and so I think he's done a nice job. He's got a great project. He's learned some things along the way. So let's put our hands together for him, please.
All right, that was Tyler Wallace with the goat feedlot project. Great job, Tyler, on your project there. Tyler's with the Silver Lakers 4-H club. Moving into the first of 3 classes with our altered male meat goat. Again, first of 3 classes, our lightweight division. They're coming out in the show ring here real soon. Will be Cora Niemeyer, Miles Pruman, and Kendall Niemeyer. Again, this is our first of 3 male meat goat classes. And again, in the show ring, Cora Niemeyer with Silver Lakers, Miles Crewman, and Kendall Niemeyer. I don't recall when we started the goat show, but it's been maybe 20 so years. So it's a fun addition to the Dickinson County Fair, and the numbers have grown over the years. And I definitely know the kids enjoy raising the goats and showing them.
Welcome to the Goat Show. We sorted through the sheep earlier today, but I'm thankful to be here. Look forward to working through the livestock and working with the young people. As we get to the first class on the market goat side, I'm going to leave them how they came in the ring, and it's rather routine. We're just going with muscle and weight in relation to their frame size. The goat that goes ahead and leads off, I think, does that to the highest degree. I think he's the biggest and squares down his top. I think he's the stoutest from behind. As we get to the big red goat that comes in and next, one certainly appreciate just the performance that guy has. And I think he's plenty enough dimensional. Just when you compare him back to our class winner in relation to their frame size, I think he just gets a little bit more peaked right behind his shoulder. The goat that rounds out the class maybe is high tying with his neck, coming out of the top of his shoulder is any out here. We'd just like to stout him up and power him up to make him move up higher today.
All right, so that's our first class, the lightweight division of our altered male meat goat. And that's Cora Niemeyer with our champion, and Miles Crewman as reserve champion. And rounding out the class was Kendall Niemeyer. Coming into the show ring is our second class, second of 3. Lennon Umshide with the Milford Pioneers. Lennon has 2 goats in this division, and Mallory Lords with the Okoboji FFA. So Lennon Umshide and Mallory Lords. Thanks again for coming out to the Dickinson County Fair today. We're just getting started here with the Goat Show. I just wanted to thank our 2024 fair sponsors here this morning. And those are Baumgars, Dickinson County Fairgrounds, United Community Bank, Spencer Ag Supply, CFE, Okoboji Motor, Bank Midwest, Big Game, the State Bank, Premier Communications, Dickinson County Farm Bureau, Northwest Bank, the Spirit Lake Chamber and the Iowa Great Lakes Chamber, Farmer Savings Bank, Pro Cooperative, Iowa Cattlemen's Farm Credit Services, and E.B. Charlet. Additional donors and project area sponsors are Northwest Seed, Mendel Warnemount Family, and E.B. Charlet. We're in the middle of our second altered male meat goat class.
Okay, we've got a nice class winner here. He's easily the boldest in his forerib. He squares up with the most shape right behind his shoulder and takes that back. Really kind of a nice round-bodied, dimensional goat to go ahead and win. The one that comes out second, maybe a nickel taller fronted, but with that, I think that one gets a little bit played out and playing right behind his shoulder. We could square him up, make him a little bit more powerful there, give him some more muscle up high. We can move him up higher. The goat that rounds out the class, love the length, the body, a sound structured goat. Just runs into a couple tough ones up top. It ranks third in terms of width and muscle, and so that's where he'll go ahead and slide today. Congratulations, those exhibitors.
All right, that was Lennon Umscheid with the champion in reserve in that class, and rounding out the class was Mallory Lords there. So our third class is out in the show ring already, and that's Haley Gray with Okoboji FFA, Eli Umscheid with Milford Pioneers, and Haley has a second goat out there. So Haley's got two goats. She's with the Okoboji FFA, and Eli Umscheid is with the Milford Pioneers. And this is our third class altered male meat goat.
Goat we're going to go ahead and use to win the class. I think he's the highest quality one, one that's really tall fronted and long neck. But I think more importantly, he just handles with the most muscle shape down in his top. Really pretty fresh and firm when you get your hands on him. He goes ahead and wins this pretty easy in my mind. The goat that comes in second, one that I think you value in terms of just the squareness he has right behind his shoulder. That's his true advantage over the spotted up goat that rounds out the class. I think he's just stronger and square down in his top side, and one that's really a long-bodied, extended type of Mayweather. The weather that rounds out the class probably is productive, easy feeding in his type and kind when you study that one. In terms of his rib and his body shape, he just gets a little bit flatter in terms of muscle shape behind his shoulder, and when you study him down through his leg and stifle.
All right. So congratulations to Eli. That's Eli Umscheid with our champion heavyweight division in our altered male meat goat. Haley Gray rounded out the class with their second and third place goats. Our last meat goat class is our female class. Coming out in the show ring is Madeline Lords with Okoboji FFA. GFFA, Miles Crewman, Kendall Niemeyer, and Brianna Swenson. All right, activities here the rest of the day. The exhibit building is going to open up at 11 a.m. this morning, and it'll be open until 7 p.m. tonight. The Fashion and Communication Showcase starts at 4:30 p.m. this afternoon. The Beef Producers Dinner at 5 o'clock tonight, 5 to 7 o'clock. We grilling up some burgers. Please come out and support the fair and the beef producers with the dinner here tonight. Immediately following the dinner at 7 o'clock will be the pie auction and the bucket of junk auction. And most of you know this, but that's a great fundraiser for our area 4-H clubs and the 4-H council. So please come out and support the local 4-H clubs and the 4-H council by coming and bidding on some great pies here tonight at 7 p.m. So that's a fun, very great fundraiser again for our 4-H clubs. That's at 7 o'clock tonight, immediately following the Beef Producers Dinner. Tuesday, we get Tuesday started off at 8 a.m. and 8:30 with the Beef Buddy Show and the Beef Show. The Okoboji FFA is going to be serving up lunch Tuesday, and the pork producers are grilling up dinner on Tuesday night from 5 to 7. The Farm Chore Olympics are at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So if you haven't seen that before, that's a really fun event. Again, the Farm Chore Olympics Tuesday night, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Wednesday, the morning starts off with the swine show, and then the overall showmanship contest is at 2 o'clock p.m. Fair awards are at 5:30, and the Youth Council Pizza fundraiser is at 6 p.m. So Wednesday night, Youth Council Pizza fundraiser at 6 p.m.
The doe that goes ahead and wins this market class just kind of takes width and muscle to the highest degree out here. That's the biggest chested one. She's the biggest down her top, the stoutest out of her hip. I really love how round she is about her rib cage. No, she's not the most attractive in her hip and hind leg set, and that's where the doe that comes in second has the advantage. The one that's maybe a nickel better design from the profile. If you said that, I wouldn't argue with you. One that's next highest nice out of her shoulder. She's more a little bit more attractive and functional in how she uses that rear leg, but she simply gets outpowered out here in relation to our class winner by a nice build doe to come in second. As we go to third, I think the next 2 or 3 just kind of give up some width and some muscle. This doe here, I really appreciate how level designed she is down her top. The doe that comes in next, really kind of a tall fronted, neat, sleek fronted one, just gets outpowered in terms of muscle shape. Safe to say the doe rounds out the class, maybe shot more bone than the one right ahead of her. If it just gets a little bit too flat, too light muscle for me today to move up higher.
All right, that was Brianna Swenson with our champion goat in the female meat goat division, followed by Haley Gray, reserve champion. Rounding out the class was Madeline Lords, Miles Truman, and Kendall Niemeyer. All right, now we'll be bringing out the champion and reserve champion from the first three male classes. That was Cora Niemeyer and Miles Crewman with the first and second place in the lightweight division. The middleweight class was Lennon Umscheid with the first and second place goats in that class. The heavyweight male division was Eli Umscheid with the champion and Haley Gray with the reserve. And again, with the female class was, again, Brianna Swenson and Haley Gray. So from these, we'll crown the overall meat goat champion and reserve champion. All right, the last day of the fair is Thursday, this coming Thursday, and that we always start the day off with a pancake breakfast in the indoor arena here from 6:30 to 8. Again, that's a pancake breakfast here Thursday from 6:30 to 8. Immediately following, we'll get the livestock sale going. Again, that's at 8 a.m. A change this year with the auction is for the first time this year, it will be a ribbon auction. So if you've been here in the past, that will be a change. If you've not come to the livestock auction before, there will be a ribbon auction this year.
Let's go ahead and put our hands together to mark the goat show out here. Then we study these class winners that are out in front of us going for champion and reserve market goat. You know, I think we've got one that just hits me pretty hard in terms of having a combination of look and some muscle and some quality. And then I think it gets close for reserve, and there's some give and take out here between a couple of the goats, and I think there's one that just suits me second best in terms of some completeness and quality and how they're put together with their skeleton, and then how they lay some muscle shape on top of that. So I'll go select your champion and reserve market goat at this year's county fair. Again, let's give these kids one last round of applause, please.
All right, that was Eli Umscheid with our overall meat goat champion. Congratulations, Eli. And Lennon, his sister, Lennon Umscheid, was our reserve champion. So Let's give them a hand. All right, we have one entry in our female breeding meat goat junior division. That's a 6 to 12 months. Again, one entry in that, and that's Brianna Swenson showing her goat with the Milford Pioneers.
Well, we've just got a single entry in the breeding doe show, so arguably here's your champion. And to be honest, this is probably one of the highest quality goats we've seen out here today. I think this one's real nice. I think she could definitely withstand some competition. She's square and wide up front, one that transitions real nice into her rib cage. I love how round but still yet pretty youthful she is about her rib cage, and one that's square and powerful when you get on top side of her and watch her go away. So congratulations, that exhibitor should be champion breeding goat.
Great job, Brianna. That rounds out our goat classes. We'll start now with the senior goat showmanship, and again, just like we did with the sheep, we will have a senior division, a junior division, and a novice division. So three classes, divisions here with our showmanship, a senior, junior, and novice showmanship division. So we have 4 kids in the senior goat showmanship class here. 4 4-H'ers and FFA'ers here. Kendall Niemeyer with the Silver Lakers. Brianna Swenson with the Milford Pioneers. Mallory Lortz with Okoboji FFA. And Cora Niemeyer with the Silver Lakers. Those are our 4 senior goat showmanship entries. So back to the livestock auction that starts at 8 a.m. on Thursday. Again, I mentioned some changes there. They'll be running the livestock through the sale ring and keeping that general format, but the bidding will change. Again, the bidding is going to change. Instead of buying the animal per pound, we're going to switch to more of a premium style auction there. So hoping that simplifies the process for the buyers and kids. So again, that's a premium style auction, but that'll be at 8 a.m. on Thursday. If you're unable to attend but would like to support the youth at the auction, please contact the fair, and they'll have a representative bid for you. So who doesn't like to spend somebody else's money? There'll be somebody that can bid for you and get that purchase done. So if you're interested but can't attend, please contact the fair, and we'll have a representative bid for you. But again, that's at 8 a.m. on Thursday. I mentioned the pie auction. That's tonight at 7 p.m. And again, the proceeds from the pie auction support all of our local 4-H clubs and chapters and youth council activities throughout the coming year. So that's a great auction to support. And again, that's tonight at 7 p.m.
For a senior showman out here, you know, some things I always like to look for in the kids that get their animals set up fast and efficiently. And, you know, I like some to have a nickel bit of intensity about it. I like them to have ring awareness and knowing what's going on and where they need to be in the ring. And I think out here these kids each do some things real well that are real good, and then just maybe some things we can tweak a little bit here or there. It makes it challenging because all four of these kids, like I said, do some things well, have some advantages over the other ones. And that's one thing about showmanship, as much as anything, is a lot of personal preference and some of the little things that they hit judges differently and what they're looking for on that given day. So as we get out here with our seniors, let's put our hands together, give them a round of applause, please. The way they're lined up right now is actually the way I prefer them. So your champion will be over here in the front, reserve third and fourth. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
All right, so that's Kendall Niemeyer, our champion senior goat showmanship. Congratulations, Kendall. Great job there. Brianna Swenson was second, and Mallory, Lords, and Cora rounded out the senior goat showmanship. We have one entry in our junior division. That is Eli Umscheid. Eli's with the Milford Pioneer 4-H Club. Again, I'd like to thank our judge here today, Zach Post. Thank you, Zach, very much for coming here and taking the time to be our judge here for the sheep and goat shows today. Zach is from Lakefield, Minnesota, and he runs a family farm there, row crop and Semitol cow-calf operation. He also helps in does some crop insurance adjusting. He'll be busy this year, it looks like, with that. He's been judging 4-H and FFA most of his life, attended Casper College in Wyoming, and then transferred to South Dakota State University in Brookings. Was involved in team and individual judging in both of those schools. He has a wife and two and a 4-year-old twin. So again, thank you, Zach, for coming down here and being our judge today. Great job.
Just a single entry out here, and that makes it tough for that young man with that goat, not having any friends out here. He's kind of giving him a hard time, but he's hanging with it. You know, he's been in the ring a number of times today. You just kind of get the vibe that this young man's passionate about what he does, and he's like having a good time and actually wants to be out here. And so hopefully that's true, and it's been a joy watching him get out here and show his animal, and definitely can withstand some competition. So keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll have more to compete against next year. Congratulations.
Great job, Eli. Our third showmanship class is our novice class, and again, the novice class is reserved for those that are in their first year of showing a particular animal. So we've got three, I believe, in this class: Haley Gray, Lennon Umscheid, and Miles Crewman. So one last time, I'd like to thank our sponsors for the 2024 Dickinson County Fair, and they are Baumgars, Dickinson County Fairgrounds, United Community Bank, Spencer Ag, CFE, Okoboji Motor Company, Bank Midwest, Big Game, the State Bank, Premier Communications, Dickinson County Farm Bureau, Northwest Bank, the Great Lakes Chamber, the Spirit Lake Chamber, Farmers Savings Bank, Pro Cooperative, the Cattlemen Association, Farm Credit Services, and E.B. Charlet. So thank you to our sponsors. Tomorrow the beef show starts at 8 a.m. The pork producers dinner is tomorrow night from 5 to 7. The Farm Chore Olympics are tomorrow night at 7. Wednesdays is our swine show and our overall showmanship competition. The youth council's doing a pizza fundraiser. And again, Thursday is our pancake breakfast. This year the Milford Boy Scouts are doing that, so we're thankful for another youth organization that's helping out and hopefully bringing people to the fair here this year. So pancake breakfast by the Milford Boy Scouts, and the livestock auction starts at 8 a.m. The rest of today, exhibit building opens at 11 o'clock. So after the goat show, you can wander over and check out all the static exhibits this year. The fashion show's at 4:30, and beef producers, I believe, are grilling up some burgers from 5 to 7, with the pie and bucket of junk auction tonight at 7 o'clock.
Before we kind of conclude our live portion here, again, I want to thank the help with the sheep show and the goat show here. So for those who have missed out on that, let's put our hands together for our ring help and our announcers and everyone behind the scenes. I encourage you kids to make sure you thank the people that helped you out today, get you here, your parents, family, friends, mentors, because definitely isn't a one-man show to get these things done, and that's part of it. It's a group activity, whether it's family or friends, and that's what makes this so much fun out here. We've got 3 individuals in the novice division, and hopefully they stick with this project because they find the value in it and what it brings to them as developing them as young people, and hopefully they're having a lot of fun with that. I think we've got 3 exceptional individuals. They all maintain good eye contact and ring awareness out here. Those are just some of the little things like I discussed earlier about getting those animals set up fast and efficiently, and just how relaxed and calm and cool and collected they look out here. We'll go rank these 3 individuals top to bottom here. Again, thanks for having me today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Appreciate the nice cooler weather this year compared to last. So put our hands together again for these kids. One last round of applause for the champion reserve.
All right, great job, Haley. That's Haley Gray with our novice division champion showmanship. Lennon Umscheid at second, and Miles Crewman. Great job. All right, the last thing we have before we conclude our sheep and goat shows today is our rate of gain. Rate of gain on the goat. That's average daily gain for the goats here. We had 0.58, first, second, and third with Haley Gray, 5'8", 49, and 44. Great job, Haley, on pushing those goats. Lennon Umscheid, fourth place there at 0.41, followed by Kendall Niemeyer, Lennon, Kendall again, Tyler Wallace, Madeline Lortz, and Brianna Swenson. So great job on the rate of gain there. So those are our top 10 rate of gain on the goats. I believe that's it for our goat show this year. So again, thanks again for you all attending, and make sure and check out the exhibits and the shows going on the rest of the week. Have a great day.
And just to confirm, that will wrap things up for us here at the Dickinson County Fairgrounds. It was a very fun day. Got started at 8 o'clock with the showing. It sounds like more champions will come out onto the field, actually. But as we were saying, yes, that will be it for the goat show for today, which means that'll be it for the entirety of today between the sheep, goat, and Clover Kids show. It's been very, very fun to cover for you guys and broadcast here on the YouTube channel at Explore Okoboji and online at exploreokoboji.com. Now, we will be with you tomorrow as well for the Beef and Clover Kids show as well. That is also going to be here in the indoor arena. Projected time there, 8 to 10 a.m. Sometimes it runs a little longer, so make sure you got your eyes on your screen to continue to support your local FFA members and other farm kids. In the meantime, yes, that will be it from us, wrapping out for now. It's been a pleasure to cover with you today right here at exploreokoboji.com and our YouTube channel at Explore Okoboji.